to Sao Paulo in the San Marcos area. This is exactly 10 months after I was here in the beginning of the Roya tour, and I'm here to meet the Federico Cabo president and technician of this local branch of Federico Cabo.
Si ustedes gustan, podemos ir. Podemos ir,
sí.
Ajá, para que veamos los cambios, porque sí hay algunos cambios que se hicieron luego de que ustedes estuvieron allá.
Qué bueno. Noticias muy a las noites en enero, febrero.
Sí, hombre, sí estaba bastante complicado el asunto, que siempre había habido Roya, pero resulta que este año sí fue mucho más fuerte el ataque.
Mucho más fuerte, ¿no?
Mucho más fuerte.
Y la lluvia está continuando, no se paró. Está normal tanta lluvia. En octubre debería estar menos.
Ahorita está normal. Ahorita es la lluvia normal que puede haber, pero en meses anteriores no. Hubo menos lluvia este año que los años normales, podríamos decir.
¿Y esto es bueno para el Roya o malo?
El problema es de que caían unas lluvias fuertes y de ahí venían un par de días bien asoleados, entonces una humedad bárbara. Empezaba a desarrollar.
Sí.
Confidence is flawless, your faith etched in stone. Neither could comfort you from the wild unknown. So bury your burning hatred like a hatchet in the snow. Darling, do not
y como dijera yo, al Borbón. El Borbón fue frágil para la Roya.
Sí.
Esto no le tocó la Roya. Y mire cómo está el café.
Sí.
Pues.
Son los capimores.
Already started in this area, and it's very early, but of course it's selective harvest. They're only going to harvest the cherry state, and you can see that it's going from green to cherry without the Roya effect, because the Roya effect makes it go from green to black. So in this case you have a perfectly sound tree. In the same neighborhood you have across the street plants with almost no fruit, and you have plants which have been eradicated. But here, Don Julio is going to have a reasonable good harvest on his adult trees, which in this case here is a Caturra, resistant to Roya, and being managed. They're being sprayed. This is a typical tree with, it's old, it's an older tree, it's been pruned once. Here you have another one. There's no leaves, and the rust is still here after the season. So we were here in January, and we saw these trees with very little leaves and very little fruit. And the fruit is not here this time. The leaves didn't come back. Here you see another varietal, which already is showing, you can see that it has been sprayed. There's some signs, and basically it has fruit, and it has very little Roya, but it does have, the leaf came out very easily. So even in some trees which are trying to react after having been sprayed or not, the rust is appearing. So it's still present. What I'm hearing is that there was very little rain during the May, June, July period, when rain should resume. There's still enough rains now at the moment, but there were sessions of cold weather, rain, and then hot weather, and that's very good for the Roya, especially the hot weather. On the other side of the road, up the mountains, this producer decided in his area to replant. So he took away the other plants. Some he cut, he pruned, and the bottom is here. They will not come back, but these will be planted, and there's already rust showing itself, but these are being managed with spray, either organic or conventional. So here you're going to have a whole new plantation in 2 years, giving fruit. The nursery area of this cooperative, of this small community, and there's about 45 members, properties and families, which are not the whole population of the community, probably half the population of this community, which are members of the cooperative, and our members are supported by Fedecocagua, the central cooperative in Guatemala. And we can see that they are now prepared with 20,000 small plants here to be cared for and planted by May next year. As the rains start, then there will be plants enough for everyone to use, renew 30-40% of their plantations. And after having just visited Don Julio's plantation down there, where he eradicated most of his plantation and planted new plants of Caturra and some other varietals, the other members will probably be inspired to take these plants and really replant instead of prune, or instead of trying to maintain the Roya strut trees.
Your path is marked in the sky. Sometimes you're forced to fit in between the lines. Sometimes all that you can do is say no. Darling, do not fear what you don't really know. I said when I arrived in my own set of clothes, I was half a world away from my home, and I was haunted by the wolves, and I was heckled by the crows. Darling, do not fear what you don't really know. I said, darling, do not fear what you don't really know. We said, darling, do not fear.